YouTube fam, Fat Man Zoom here, coming to you from Own the Chaos Studios, and don't mind all that nonsense back there. But hey, I wanted to talk to you about something that's been on my mind, and I'm just frustrated, okay? So I see all these YouTube channels that talk about the market crash and the impending doom that's coming on the market and the economy. And I gotta be honest, I don't quite understand. And here's the thing, maybe they're right. Maybe there is a market crash. I think that depending on the market or depending on the situation, you should always make a bull and a bear case, and we've been talking about that. But I wanted to bring Brad in to discuss whether he thinks there's gonna be a bull and bearish market. Obviously, from the bearish perspective, we know that there's the foreclosure moratorium that's coming up. People are talking about the big tech all-time highs. And I wanna know, is this warranted? Is there a crash coming? Is there an impending doom? Brad, what say you about the stock market in 2021?
Let me tell you something, Fat Man Zoom, and everybody else that's watching. I have never been more bullish for 2021 than I've ever been in my entire trading career. The reason for this being really comes down to just one key fundamental thing, and it is not sexy. It is not something that's going to wow everybody, but it comes down to the financial markets. I'm talking about the banks, people. This comes down to something that's so crucial because other businesses need the banks to survive so that they can survive, so that they can take loans out to continue to improve their businesses how they need to. The financial markets aren't in any way, shape, or form in a bubble. You look at something like the XLF, for example, and I'll share my screen with you here and look at this chart. So this is the monthly chart. We're going all the way back to early 2000s and looking at the monthly chart of XLF. This is the financial ETF that includes the Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, all of the financial district or industry rather, is comprised into the XLF. Probably one of the most important ETFs that the stock market has. If you look at something like this, and you can see how we're getting close to those highs that we saw in 2007. One of the key differences here is that we don't have subprime mortgages to deal with. We are not in any way, shape, or form in a real estate bubble. Quite the contrary. We're starting to continue to really start to see movement in that. And honestly, we have a supply issue, not quite so much as a demand issue when it comes to the real estate industry. But you're looking here, and now we're starting to finally return to where we were back in 2007. In no way, shape, or form does this look like a bubble to anybody if you know how to read charts. If we start to see, 20, 30, 40% above these all-time highs, then maybe we can start to have that conversation. But when you look at this chart, I think that we could certainly see a breakout very, very soon. One of the big reasons for this is because we're already seeing huge movements out of JP Morgan, one of the bigger banks that is in this ETF, and we can look at this as well, look at that monthly chart, see how it actually is pretty close to reflecting that ETF. Also, Goldman Sachs is actually a huge front runner here for this index, and you can see that Goldman Sachs is actually at all-time highs. We're starting to see that we could potentially break all-time highs for the index itself and the industry. Compile that with the $1.9 trillion stimulus, and the banks would stand to even benefit even more, and then they'll probably buy back more stock just like they did previously on the last stimulus. If this all happens, I think that we see an amazing 2021. Here's the other thing. According to Fundstrat's Tom Lee, over the last 10 years, incremental savings from an average investor has not gone to stocks. It's gone to bonds and mutual funds and that sort of thing. And we've started to see that flip just here on my own channel and just watching the YouTube industry as a whole when it comes to all other investing channels. I've never seen such an explosion of growth in this area just from a content perspective. And I've been around for nearly 4 years on this channel alone, so I've kind of seen things develop and grow and evolve as time has gone on, and it is really starting to become super encouraging to see that people are looking towards equities as a way to invest and build wealth. If we start to see this continue and more money comes into the markets that have been on the sidelines, whether it's in bonds or mutual funds and that sort of thing, which amounts to about $5 trillion, that's even more money that'll come into the markets, more bullish case for the stock market in general, and especially for 2021. But wait, there's more. There's more money coming in. The current Biden administration wants to give first-time homebuyers $15,000 tax credits on buying new homes, which is almost double that of what it was back in the Obama administration, incentivizing people to buy even more homes, which also helps the banks, financing, mortgages, all that good stuff. You get the picture. Pair that with the boom in tech and the at-home worker, and things are really starting to look like there is nothing but tailwinds here for the market. So with all that in mind, whenever I get asked, are we in a bubble? My answer is an emphatic no. But what do you think, Fat Man Zoom?
I gotta say, Brad, you make a compelling case, and I do agree with you. I'm gonna be bullish on this market as well until the overall trend of the market tells me otherwise, and it's in the bullish trend. I hope you're right about the breakout. We'll see what happens. But let me address something that I know is crossing your mind and is probably blowing up the chat. Brad and I did not coordinate our outfits today. I know you guys are probably mocking us, but here's the thing. We have now reached an all-time high at a bromance level. This just shows how in tune we are with each other. Shout out to those of you in the comments from the Top Stocks Under $20 video who noticed my sweet dance moves, specifically Oren Vidal, who said, are we just gonna ignore the guy dancing at the end? Absolutely not. And Oren, I'll tell you, that guy has a name, and it's Fat Man Zoom. Comment on this video and you may be featured in the next one. Anyways, I digress, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe. If you haven't been here before, go ahead and hit the notification bell. We go live every Tuesday, Thursday at 2 p.m. And Sunday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time for Stock Watch Sunday. So we'll see you then. Fat Man Zoom is out. Peace.